everyone, welcome back. I'm Moa, aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and I just got back from Islay last night, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit tired today. I've been working all day, and yes, we got in quite late last night, but we've had such an amazing time. But no rest for the wicked, because we're now on to Féis. I of course missed the first day, which was yesterday because we were travelling back, but that was the first day of the Féis week, which is also known as the Islay festival, and that would have been Ardnaho's day, and today it's Lagavulin. So I actually have a little sample here of the Lagavulin festival release. So this is a 13-year-old, originally matured in refill American oak casks before being finished in port casks. I think it was 6,000 bottles available for £160, and it sits at 54.4% ABV. So yeah, looking forward to trying this one. And I mean, I'd love to hear what you're going to try this week if you've managed to get hold of any of the Féis bottlings. There's usually quite a high pressure for them, of course, and I know it can be quite tricky to get hold of, but if you have managed to get hold of something or you've seen something quite interesting, I'd love to hear which ones that you have your eye on. And yeah, of course, during our week on Islay, we actually had time to go see the distillery. We also did a tour there, which was really brilliant. It's just amazing to have been able to see the island and, of course, some of the distilleries. Everything wasn't open, but Lagavulin was, and it was, yeah, very pleasant little visit. We didn't do a tour of the distillery, but we did a tasting and tried some nice expressions, and I will try to talk more about this in my Islay video, which is coming up soon. But for now, let's have a little nose. Oh. First thing I'm getting is that it's quite grassy. Not overly smoky on the nose, but there's still some kind of wood fire there. A little bit of a fudgy sweetness. And a little bit like apple peel notes, because it's kind of fruity, but I think it ties in with the grassiness. It has a bit of a rich nose, and I think it's the sweetness from the kind of toffee note that comes in, with a little bit of the wood smoke, but just quite subtly, and then the apple's fruitiness. Well, let's have a little taste. Sláinte Skål. More smoke coming out on the palate. Definitely. And it's definitely this kind of bonfire smoke. For me, Lagavulin tends to be somewhere in the middle of smoke level. It's not super medicinal, super harsh, or like punch you in the face smoke, but it's not super subtle or difficult to find or floral in a way either. It's just sits in the middle, where it's just this kind of nice balance of like a wood smoke, which I think a lot of people like about it. And if you don't like it and you want something like maybe that stands out a bit more, you might be intrigued by the more heavily peated ones, or the ones that are on the other end. The smoke definitely kind of blossomed on the palate. I'm getting a sweetness, which is a little bit foreign to me, and I think it's the port casks coming through. Because typically for me, port casks don't tend to have such a big sweetness. They almost have more of a dry influence, like a red wine cask. But this one definitely has a sweetness that feels purple, but I don't know if that's just because it's in my head. I'm finding it more on the nose now, probably because I've already recognised it on the palate. A bit like a bramble pie. So a bit like grain meets berries. it's just becoming sweeter and sweeter on the nose for me. And the grassiness has calmed down, so now I'm almost not getting the grass at all. There's some pepperiness, because there's definitely a spice on my tongue. For the ABV being 54.4, it's very pleasant at this strength, I think. I really enjoy this one. It's a really lovely balance between everything. And for me, I like a bit of a quirky touch to whiskey. So I think the port cask is definitely there enough to give me some sort of difference in character, and it also has enough smoke to be... I mean, I like a bit of smoke, so it's just on that kind of right balance to the fruitiness. The finish is that soft smoke. Not overpowering, but it definitely like lingers. Like after a bonfire, you might have the smokiness linger in the air. The sweetness is definitely there, but it's not a sweet smoke, it's just a sweet character, and then the smoke is something different. Now it almost has like a metallic note, so when you taste a spoon, when you eat ice cream or something like that, and then... Or if you've ever had like a stone or a rock in your mouth. That kind of metallic note. It is also quite dry, but I'm associating that more with the pepperiness and the character of that flavour. Yeah, I am enjoying this. I think it's a good kind of... The smoke comes out enough to have a smoky character. Because I think from trying the Lagavulins at the distillery, we tried the 8, we tried the distillery exclusive, we tried the distiller's edition, and the Game of Thrones release. I like when Lagavulin has a bit of a heavier smoke influence. Because I really like the smoke from the distillery. So yeah, I like this one. It keeps changing for me. There's like a grassiness, the pepperiness, a little bit of a berry note, but it's toned down again now, and it's more that smokiness coming through. Still quite nice balances. I mean, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Lagavulin. Please put them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, I would of course appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't already. Or if you would like to support the channel, then please consider using the affiliate links that I've linked in the description here below to Master Malt, the Whisky Exchange, or the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to my wonderful supporters on Patreon. I'm so grateful to have you guys with me on my whisky journey. But yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful start to Féis. I'd love to hear what tastings you're attending, if you're watching any of them. Most of them are free to watch, and then maybe you don't have the whiskey to dram along, or you have it already. Just let me know. I have a few tastings I will be attending and tasting along the week, and I'll try to put some content out as well. But happy Féis, and I'll see you in the next one. Sláinte Skål!